The year, 1951. The term rock and roll had just been coined. Television just made its debut. And with all odds against him, the present-day trailblazer is born in Motor City. His name is Benjamin Carson. His mother, Sonia, is one of 24 children. She married at the age of 13, hoping to escape life in and out of foster care. It taught her to fend for herself, and eventually she'd have to. Sonia discovered that her husband was a bigamist. Eventually, she left him and took her sons with her, fiercely determined to never become a victim. You're the captain of your ship, so agree with the same. If you travel downward, you have yourself to blame. Those words were a constant reminder to Curtis and Benjamin.
As difficult a life as she had, and she worked 2 to 3 jobs at a time as a domestic, cleaning other people's houses because she didn't want to be on welfare. Even though she had only a 3rd grade education, she was very observant. And she noticed that no one she ever saw go on welfare came off of it.
Despite her hard work, it was clear to see where her sons were headed. Benjamin had a bad temper and bad grades. Surely he would become another statistic bred from the Detroit ghetto and a single-parent home.
She prayed, she asked God to give her wisdom. What could she do to get her young sons to understand the importance of intellectual development? And you know what? God gave her the wisdom, at least in her opinion. My brother and I didn't think it was all that wise. I mean, turning off the TV, what kind of wisdom was that? You know, as far as we were concerned, it was child abuse. But she said we could watch only 2 or 3 TV programs during the week. And with all that spare time, we had to read 2 books apiece from the Detroit Public Libraries and submit to her written book reports, which she couldn't read, but we didn't know that. She would put little check marks and highlights and underlines, and we would think she was reading them, but she wasn't.
Reading ignited Ben's love for learning, and by the 5th grade, his grades began to climb. When I thought I was stupid, I acted like a stupid person. When I thought I was smart, I acted like a smart person, he would say. By 1968, Ben had his sights set on college, but there was just one problem. Each college required a $10 non-returnable entrance fee sent with the application. He wrote, I had exactly $10. I could only apply to one. That one application went to Yale, where a degree in psychology was just the beginning.
You see, I believe that God gives everybody special gifts. And I stopped and analyzed my own gifts, and I realized that I had a lot of eye-hand coordination. I could think and see in 3 dimensions, and I love to dissect things. That, coupled with a love of the brain, I said, you would be a natural in neurosurgery.
At 33, he became the nation's youngest chief of pediatric neurosurgery. He was the face of several high-profile brain surgeries, including the 1987 case of Binder twins, who were joined at the back of the head. Surgeries on similar cases of conjoined twins were attempted 13 times before, but none were successful.
I had my scalpel, my loops, and a prayer on my lips. I said, Lord, it's up to you. Went in there and started cutting between those vessels that were so thin you could see the anesthetic bubbles coursing through them, just daring you to make a nick in them. Make a long story short, when I made the final cut, over the stereo system came the Hallelujah chorus. Everybody had goosebumps. And when we finished that operation, after 28 hours, one of the twins popped his eyes open, reached up for the endotracheal tube. The other one did the same thing. By the time we got to the ICU, within 2 days they were extubated. Within 3 days they were eating. Within 2 weeks they were crawling. And a few months ago they finished the 5th grade.
Dr. Carson became the first surgeon to successfully separate conjoined twins and a pioneer in pediatric neurosurgery. Today, there's another achievement that stands out on Dr. Carson's long list of accomplishments, the Carson Scholars Fund. Since 1996, the foundation has granted more than 5,000 scholarships for young students who demonstrate academic and humanitarian achievements. The foundation also funds Carson's reading rooms in schools, with the hope that more children have the opportunity to seek refuge in the pages of a book, just as he did. Dr. Benjamin Carson's story is that of an American hero, and his lifelong motto, a lesson to us all. Do your best, and let God do the rest.